Hello everybody, welcome back to Bedrock Survival with Fix, Castle Edition. That's right, for a third episode in a row, we are here in the diorite, vomit, throw up castle. Don't worry, it's going to get better, probably even maybe today. Well, I hope it gets better today, but we're probably going to be doing some detailing today. And I want to do some walls and really get this area all framed in as far as where it's going to be. I think I have enough diorite and endstone. Well, I might not have enough endstone, but I definitely have enough diorite to do this. Back in the back here, you can see I definitely need to lay out some walls there. I need to lay out this front little bitty wall right here, and a little bit over around, well, let me show you here. A little bit of wallage over here, and this is, I just did an angle there just to break it up because, you know, I mean, look at this. Don't worry, we're going to do some towers and stuff here as well. So there's going to be this building here, which is going to take up some of this, and then there's going to be like a tower slash wall that's going to come here, and it's going to wrap around and go over here. And that's just going to deflect from the flatness of this, and then we'll add in some more detail there. So the reason why this is how it is right now, which is admittedly just incredibly painfully terrible, is because that is my villager breeder. I'm sorry, no, that's not right. Iron farm is the word I'm looking for in there, and it's just, that's how big it is. It's one block bigger than the iron farm. So, you know, it is what it is, as the saying goes, and there's nothing I can really do about that size. But I think I can work around it and make things look big and beautiful instead of big and disgusting like they currently are. Okay, so last episode I worked on all these roofs and I filled up all these towers. In fact, actually I built almost everything you see here, with the exception of this one big building over there, was last episode. So last episode was a big one, lots of grind, but I did some really nice walls and stuff like that. At least, well, they're not nice yet, but they're going to be nice. And I think today I want to kind of work on connecting some of these, like connecting this little bit right here. And I do want to bring in some wood. I'm going to be using primarily sandstone as this, but I think it's going to need a wood as well. And I'm kind of thinking maybe oak, actually. Something, not birch. Birch is too light. I think oak might be the right thing. So I think what I'm probably gonna have to do is go harvest some oak. I think I've used most of my oak down in the Mediterranean Tuscan style village I've been working on. So let me go harvest some stuff. By the way, speaking of harvesting stuff, I cleared this out before I started working on these walls, and look, oh, iron farms and bedrock are so good now. Look at this. And I've used so much of it, and I'm back already. So things are good. I have to make a few decisions here with the general layout of the castle. Let me show you what I did do. I got a little bit of this. I'm starting to get this detailed in. I think the oak is going to work really well. It's going to sort of play off the sandstone, but not... See, I think birch would be too similar to the sandstone, personally. I think that this is different enough that it's going to give some nice effects. And because I'm going to need fence. That's kind of why I decided to just go with the wood now. I don't want to use only the wood fence and all the rest sandstone, so... I think it's going to be good. We're going to be able to use it back and forth. In fact, what I might end up doing is making one of these spires out of oak just to help draw that all together. I think that does actually really help. Maybe I'll trim out even one of the granite ones in oak again, just to, just so it's not all the same. I think that'll be good. Now, if you go in here, I have a little bit of the wall that I actually did do already, and that's where I added this guy, that one, and that one over there. And I think these little walkways work well. I kept the similar sort of design as what I did over in the fantasy castle a little bit. I just felt like having some ties back and forth would be a good thing, although not exactly the same. So I think that's probably a positive. Now, here is the decision that I need to make that I wanted to bring you in to discuss a little bit about this castle. What I have on the outside, this is the gate, right? So this has to be secure, right? You can't have like other ways in. So over here we have this, which this is sort of wide open. I'm kind of thinking actually maybe keep this out. Maybe not do a wall here, although a wall would really help. It would really help because it would help sort of break that up. So maybe I need to do a wall. I could do a diagonal wall. I could do something diagonal, like, what would that have to be like? Boy, it's so close to exact diagonal. I think it'd be something like this. Let's see if I'm right. Like that. I could do a diagonal wall. Maybe I probably need to be honest. And then what I could do from this one is this one I could come out straight. So we could go here. That's going to leave a little bit of a walkway, but maybe a better way. And see, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this. This is actually a building, so I'm going to leave that one there. But I'm going to take these little ones out here, and I'm going to do a little better, a little bit more inventive of a system. So let's see. What if we came out to like not a point really necessarily, but just like a way a little bit, so there's a little bit of a walkway here. So what if we did 1 and then 2, 2, 2, something like that? That kind of works, right? And then we can come in, go straight diagonal back. Oh, that might be a good shape, I think. I got a feeling. Let's see where this connects. Yeah, it's good. And this is just all going to be wall. There's going to be no tower or anything here. This is just going to be a nice big wall that's going to sort of block, obscure how plain this is. I think that'll be good. Let's fill that out, and then we'll take a look around the other side. Let's play a little game, you and I. Let's play a small little game. I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to need to answer it. You need to say it out loud in your own houses or in your cars or wherever you are right now listening to this video. I'm going to ask you what you think the most annoying part of this entire build is. Ready? And go. Okay. The actual answer is that I can't put a freaking bed here because of the villagers. It's so annoying every night. Like, so every like 8 minutes or whatever, I have to fly back way over there just to sleep and then fly back way over here. But I can't have a bed, apparently. That according to the tiny little bit that I know, apparently you can't have a bed anywhere within like 100 blocks of these guys, or they get all messed up and they don't sync to the right thing and they don't do the right thing and blah, 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 whatever. But that, regardless of that, I am not going to complain anymore. I'm just going to show you what I did. So I have an outside wall here, and I think it's quite nice. It really adds a lot. I'm really, really, really glad. I wasn't actually initially going to put a wall there. Honestly, that was just going to kind of be the edge of the castle. But yeah, it really needed this wall. It definitely needed. Plus, that's going to give me a little mini courtyard on the outside and some things like that. So I think it's now time that we address and look and see if there's any other towers that we need to add. Yes, I am painfully aware of how little detail there is yet in this castle. And yeah, don't worry. Eventually we're going to get to all the beautiful detailing and stuff, but you're starting to see it come together. You know, it's starting to make sense where it is. So I need to take a look around and see, are there any spots? Yeah, this guy still needs a roof, I know. Are there any spots? I don't care about the courtyard yet. We'll eventually get to this, making it look all beautiful. This will eventually be an actual interior where you walk in, get your iron and all that stuff. There is one more area here that I know for sure needs a building because I haven't built it yet. I'm aware of that. I like this little courtyard. It's going to be pretty nice over here. This is going to be good. Okay, right here. Yeah, right here. Right here is actually the one that I still need. So I still need to build this sort of little diagonal shaped building here. And this should be very, very simple. So why don't we knock it out real quick? Woo! Look at this place start to come together. I'll tell you what, I definitely made the right call on oak and sandstone. I was not really sure. I'll be totally honest. I was not really sure about it. I thought, I don't know. Because, you know, if you're not been around the channel very long, you know that I don't do any like test world building. I don't do a creative test build like some people do. I don't have that kind of time. Like if I'm going to build it, I get to build it one time and then we move along and that's it, you know? So yeah, I was a little nervous about it, but I think it works really well, actually. I'll tell you one thing I'd like to do is I'd like to bring in a little bit more andesite, and I have a couple ideas of where to do it. Where I'd like to do it would be, I want to do a tower right here. I want to do a smaller tower, not centered for sure. So maybe here? Maybe like something like this. Like what if we did 3? I don't know how big it can be. Can I do this? I think this is going to be too big, right? It's going to like fill up. Yeah, it's going to fill up the whole. Well, you know, if I did it here, I could actually make a pass through. Would that be cool? Oh man, it actually, oh, it doesn't. It like kind of fits if I count those, like these 3 blocks as part of the circle. I don't know. You know what? This might actually end up being really cool. What if I did a tower here that was going to take up the whole courtyard, but you walk through it as you're walking through the courtyard? Oh, you know, that's not terrible. Because the thing is, this wall is just bleh. And even with some windows and some outcroppings and some details and stuff like that, it needs something. It needs some love. And I'll tell you, I would really like to make this out of andesite, but I don't think I can, because the only other andesite in the whole tower is like right beside it. I need the other andesite to be somewhere else. I know I'm going to do some andesite up there, like a little out, you know, those things that come out of towers. I don't think they would work in real life necessarily, but you always see them in like cartoons and illustrations and stuff. You know, it's like comes out and goes up for another little mini tower. So I'm going to definitely do one of those there. Probably I was going to do one here, but if I end up doing a tower here, like a fairly big one actually, this would be kind of one of the bigger towers, then I wouldn't necessarily need that. Let's open up this so I know that you can get in there. I think I'm going to do this. It's going to be definitely less courtyard, but yeah, I think this would be cool. In fact, actually, you know what? We could even make this like stables or something. Like you just ride your horse in, plop it down right here, go. Yeah, and then actually you could make this a door to get in here. Yeah, maybe. Interesting. It feels like every 3 minutes I need to fly way over here just so I can go to sleep. Oh, Mojang, give us sleeping bags that can skip the night and not reset our spawn or mess up villagers, is the other part of that song. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for very much, but also could you give us sand and dirt and gravel layers, please? I tried something different with the trim, and I think that I am in love. I think it's really cool, and I think I'm going to go around and do the rest of it just like it. It almost feels like it's like the roof is draping down. Let me see if I can get to a good spot. Oh man, I can't stop to show it, but see it? Can you see it? It looks good. It looks really cool, and especially from a distance. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do a lot more roofs like this. I really like it. I was flying over to take a look at it and see if I liked it, and I noticed my elytra was like completely gone. Like the bar was completely at zero. So I flew over there really fast and really low to the ground so that if it broke, I wouldn't hit the ground and die. And fortunately, I made it back. So I went over to my farm and got all fixed up, and I'm all healed. Everything got all mended. Thank you, Mending. I love you very much. See, I'm not complaining. I'm not a complainer. I'm not a complainer about Mojang, who gives us such beautiful things, such as this cave update, which is so absolutely amazing and mind-blowing, and I can't believe all the cool stuff. Okay, now I'm going to complain. Okay, look, I'm not really going to complain per se. I'm just going to say a couple things that I really wish the cave update had while we build this roof together, okay? One thing is, and I'm not going to give up on this just because it seems like we're never going to get it, is concrete stairs and slabs and walls, right? I mean, give us concrete stairs and walls. That would be so amazingly helpful for building that I can't even wrap my head around it. It would be so great. That's one thing. Secondly, the archaeology thing is very cool. I listen to Spawn Chunks, who, you know, I love those guys, Joel and Johnny, and they're awesome. They've had me on twice, and I'm grateful for it. Which, if you don't know what it is, go check out the Spawn Chunks podcast. It's great. It's like really professionally done. It's awesome, and they were sort of like lukewarm on the archaeology bit. I think probably Joel a little bit more than Pixel Riffs. And I'm not on that camp. I think it's really a cool thing. I think it could be fleshed out more, for sure, but I'm super into it. I think adding in the pots and the stuff, even if they just had the pots just for interiors, that would be awesome. But the fact that they're bringing in the clay pots and all that kind of stuff, I think it's super cool. So I think it's awesome. I would love that when you brush layers that you could leave stuff there. I think that's the most Mojang-y way I've ever seen to add sand layers or something. You know, they love the active crafting bit, right? Like they love like put concrete powder in water and then break it sort of thing. They're really into that, right? Clearly. And I would love to see more of that. I think that would be really cool. And hopefully maybe they'll bend. Right now, the official party line is, according to Twitter, to King B Dogs, and also someone else I can't remember, maybe it was Lady Agnes, I'm not sure, that the sand layers and gravel layers and stuff do disappear. Like they won't stay in game. When you stop brushing, they go bye. And I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity to add something super cool to the game. And hopefully that will be changed in the future. So if you are not on Twitter first, I'm on Twitter more frequently than ever. I'm trying to sort of make a go at actually that being sort of my platform of choice. So I'm over on Twitter quite a bit. Join me. You can follow me, Fixxitt412. And secondly, maybe, you could go on in the suggestion thread on Reddit or on their, it's not Reddit. Reddit. And also they have a I don't know if the bug tracker has a suggestion thing or what, but anyway, just tweet them, tell them, hey, please let the sand and dirt and gravel layers stay. We really would love them. Help Fix out. Help Fix and Sausage and some of the others who really want it. Okay, let's make a community movement to get those layers in the game. A quick little look. I just did this little bit right here, and yeah, that's the kind of ornamentation that's going to make this entire castle work. So like more little drip downs up there, these little drip downs over here. Oh yes, it's going to be really nice. I'm going to quickly do this one and this one before we wrap up. Oh, it's coming along. Yeah, it's coming along. We're going to get there. We are going to get there. I think next episode, maybe we're going to break away from this for an episode or two. I don't know if we're going to head to the end or maybe probably more likely over to like the Tuscan village. But I got some grind to do before I do that because I am pretty much out of sand. And dude, I am very low on diorite. Like very low, like as in if I want to build another tower, I am in big trouble. So in this entire world, between these cliffs, which are substantial, these cliffs are substantial for sure. I mean, you know what I want to see? Actually, I want to see what it looks like from down here, or maybe in these icebergs. Get a little bit of it. Well, sheep, what are you doing way out there in the water? You can't swim? Well, maybe you can, but not well. Oh man, check it out. Check it out. So you got this diorite castle on top of diorite cliffs. It's a lot of diorite, right? Ugh. But I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so looking at this with the critical eye from this angle, which is not one that I've actually checked out before. A couple things I need. First, the diagonal house needs trim still, but again, I'm like out of sandstone, so I need to go get more. And that the iron farm facade needs some love. It's very bleh. So I'm thinking maybe we'll put some like very small, like I'm talking 3x3 towers coming out of it, maybe at kind of random places just to help break up that flat bit. And I think that tall rectangular tower might need a little bit of love too. It's going to help once I get windows in, but before I put in any windows, I want to rough in all of the towers and stuff. But man, it's coming, baby. It's coming. I'll see you all next episode for more Tuscan Village love, most likely. See you next time. Thanks for spending part of your day. Drop a like if you don't mind. I got to say this earlier in the video, darn it, Fix. Love you all very much for hanging in there for this entire odyssey of a build, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.